In my mind's eye, I have called out guys over and over and over again in public restrooms for this one thing. In my mind's eye, I have done this. Dude, you're not going to wash your hands after you use the bathroom? You're just going to get back into the restaurant? In my mind's eye, I've said that a million times. But I'm 5'4", and I haven't been in a fight since the 8th grade. So the words never hit my mouth. But Mikey, they might apply to you.
Well, you're really making me out to sound like a real piece of trash right now with that intro.
You're dirty.
Well, hold on.
You're a dirty person.
Well, can I defend myself first before you go telling the world that I'm gross?
You're dirty.
I'm not that bad. Hold on. I think I'm going to lose you at the first half. I'm going to gain you back in the second, all right?
Saying that bad is not a convincing argument.
Guys, hold on. Everyone hold your horses. Here's what went down. Abby was there. We went to trivia. This week, there was no Jackson or his girlfriend. It was myself, my girlfriend, Abby, Rebecca, and her boyfriend. The first time we're meeting her boyfriend. Mm-hmm. It's in between questions. I have a couple of minutes. So I run into the bathroom. You know I'm a stall guy. I go to the stall. Why expose yourself in front of another man whenever you can have a private room all to yourself?
You also like to sit, so there's that.
I don't sit there, Abby. It's a gross place. I'm not sitting there.
So you don't sit in public, but you'll sit at home.
Yeah, at home I'm sitting every time.
Okay, I got questions before we move on. So is this the kind of place that has one of those troughs or something where you're right next to and where his junk's hanging out?
No, but there's no divider.
No partitions.
No partition.
You don't understand? You know, you've seen like the stalls in the bathroom when there's a bunch of urinals, but there's nothing in between.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no walls. So but even if there is a wall, I don't go to the private room.
Okay, and you pee to sit down.
I sit down to pee sometimes.
That's what I meant.
No, not there. This is a gross place.
In public, you hover.
Yeah, I don't hover.
You squat?
That's even
I'm not hovering.
You're a squatter?
I'm fighting for my life here.
Oh, but I have the visuals.
I was going to say, that's not a visual I needed.
So, I'm in the stall there. I hear the trivia man start reading the next question. And I say, I got to get out there. Even though I'm probably getting 2 in every 47 questions, but what if this is the one that I know? So I got to rush out of here. I got to go hear that question.
Oh, you definitely dribble.
Yeah.
Dribbling all over yourself.
Yeah, as you're standing up from your squat.
Little dribble. I make my way out of the stall, and I'm barreling towards the door. And a guy kind of gets right there in front of the door and he says, sinks right there, sinks right there, sinks right there.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, no, he hit me with a 3 for...
That's a hex in certain states.
Man, I really respect this guy for actually saying something.
I admire his, hoopta.
Yeah. See your germs? Say something.
I never expected him to come at me like that, so I had no excuse piled up yet. I knew what my intention was. My intention was get back to my table, ask my girlfriend for hand sanitizer. If I knew she had did I know she had hand sanitizer? No, but I assumed so.
Mm-hmm. Has she ever carried hand sanitizer with her?
I don't know. I don't know what's in her purse. But hold on, we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there.
Okay.
I mumble my way past this guy. I didn't know what to do. He watched me walk all the way out.
What was the mumble? Like, please don't beat me.
I was just like, well, you know, like
hand sanitizer.
Yeah, I had no thoughts.
Said nothing.
The man stops you, hexes you 3 times with where the sink is.
Bloody Mary appears in the mirror.
You keep trucking out the door, just like whatever.
I had nothing loaded up. If I I don't know. I didn't have time. I didn't think anyone would call me out.
You're startled.
Well, I'm just kind of impressed that somebody tried to stop him and he was just like, screw you, and kept walking out the door, and that you didn't go wash your hands.
I need to hear the question.
There was nothing to tell him other than you right. He had a point.
All right, riddle me this, gross man. What did you do between the urinal and to the table? Did you have to open the door?
I shook everybody's hands.
No, you had to open the door, right? You had to pull it open with the handle?
The guy had it open while he was yelling at you?
No, I foot open. Foot opener.
Are you saying that, or did that really happen?
I can't remember, guys.
He was so drunk.
Open the door.
I see that foot opener. I have never once used it.
Are you kidding me?
I don't really know.
No, I
use it every time.
I mean, I kicked through.
Okay. All right.
Did you get the trivia question? Was it how many people will Mikey kill with his pee hands?
No, I didn't get that question, Tommy. I get out there. Guess what? there's hand sanitizer. I use the hand sanitizer. So give me some
Yeah, but
forgiveness
your
here.
pee hands are all over the door now.
Okay.
I didn't touch the door.
So-
Probably.
Did
Do
you
I have
touch your beer when you got back to the table before the hand sanitizer?
Put the hand sanitizer on before the beer.
Do I have this right or wrong that hand sanitizer is not soap, right?
No.
I think
No,
we went
it's
through
not.
this with COVID.
Okay. You expect? What am I, a scientist? I don't know that.
Clearly not.
Not a clean one, at least.
If it's Purell, it kills like 99.9% of
There
the
we go. Now he's on
bacteria.
my side.
Okay.
All right.
No, hand sanitizer does not work as effectively as soap and water at removing all types of germs, especially in certain situations.
Well, I
Nasty.
disagree.
Including
kills-
this one.
It kills the bacteria, but it's not going to get the pee-pee off your hands.
Yeah,
Or
well,
your legs.
Or your shoes.
Your socks.
all right.
Where's the part of the story where you rebound?
Basically. Okay, I thought we already passed that part.
Any day now. Any day now.
Basically, I was paranoid as all get out
Sure.
that this guy is going to come over to the table. I'm trying to make a good impression in front of Rebecca's boyfriend. I thought he was coming to the table to confront me. And so like I conjured up all these lies in my head. I was going to say I was allergic to bathroom soap and I had all this stuff planned, but he kept on peeking out from behind this wall and checking out what I'm doing. Like
Oh, I bet.
he had me on edge the whole rest of the
Yeah,
game.
you're lucky. Like it wasn't the announcer that was there that was giving out the questions. He could have called you out in front of the whole place.
I got you. Your redemption.
Get me.
I asked, is hand sanitizer okay after you pee? I got more specific because the other one has to do with like germs, like norovirus and like all that other stuff.
Hit me.
Yes.
See?
Okay.
It's generally okay to use hand sanitizer after you pee, especially if you don't have access to soap and water. Hand sanitizers can help reduce the number of germs on your hands.
What did I tell you guys? Tell me. Say I'm clean. Say I'm clean.
I can't say that. I will give you a shortcut though. Put the sanitizer on your junk before you pee, so it's already there.
Do you know my uncle used to wash his hands before and after he peed because
I
if
do
he
that.
was going to, do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's smart.
I mean,
I'm
obviously,
never doing that.
We know.
The Bert Show.